The new sweet swirl caramel cake mix, and it's going to be a little sticky because it has the caramel mixed in, so you'll probably need a napkin.
Okay, now that I got on my face.
Say hi, everyone!
Add a teaspoon of rum or almond extract. You can stir in milk or dark chocolate chips. Add a little freshly grated orange zest. For a caramel apple cake, add a cup of chopped apples and sprinkle with some nuts. You can pour this into greased muffin tins, dollop with the caramel packet, use a toothpick to swirl it in. There's a recipe online for the sweet bananas Foster trifle, which sounds good. And then in the recipe book right here, these little mini things are made with the sweet swirl thing that you put chocolate chips in it, do them in a little mini muffin, you put the caramel on top, and then set a pecan on it. And that's a little appetizer or a little dessert recipe.
This is good. We had this.
Are you done with this?
Oh, really good. Stop.
You got it?
We did have this.
We did have this.
Really good.
And they used, they drizzled on the plate the caramel sauce.
Over top of that?
Yes. No, like on the
I think it was kind of under it, but...
Yeah. I thought it was good. I do remember that.
It was with lunch on Saturday because I thoroughly loved. That was the only meal I thoroughly loved.
Ice cream sandwich. Whipped cream on top.
Yeah, that's
that'd be good.
An ice cream sandwich with creamy caramel, and then whipped cream on top.
Parties on I would tell you what to do with the creamy caramel sauce, but I've never done anything. Got it right here. Eat it out of the jar with a spoon. My younger, it doesn't look like the picture. How old are yours? 2 and 4. Really good.
It did look like the picture exactly when she brought it.
Oh,
just it's really good, but the way we cut it, it's thick, so
alcohol.
you know, the caramel on top. There's more.
Yeah, that's if we make it home.
Okay, the next one that's going to come around is the pumpkin spice bar mix, and my kitchen smelled like the most delicious, fabulous smell when these were baking. They do have little white chips in them. Our bar cookies, especially in the fall winter, tend to be really good sellers for us. So if you have people that are asking for our old pumpkin patch bread that we don't have anymore, or they like the old bar cookies that we've had in the past, there's been a couple different flavors, just refer them to today. Here, Kenley, they like pumpkin. They'll be a great seller for the fall.
Didn't they serve us that?
Yes.
They served this with the muffins that were,
That's a lot
you
better.
couldn't peel off the
Kenley, you want one?
cocoa.
They served them when?
Those muffins that you couldn't feel off the...
It's the same deal with the multi-grain beer bread muffins.
No. Go give those to Jen.
I know they're good. I don't remember that.
Can you take those to Jen?
My papers didn't come off my muffin.
We had to hollow out the muffin.
Oh. Can I have the markers, Kenley?
No.
You can give them to Denise or Julie.
I guess how much dill pickles are giving my mom's going to be $65. My mom's like, do I have to get anything besides dill pickles? I said, it's your part.
Okay, the next one that's going to come around is the awesome amaretto cheese ball. I love amaretto. This is actually a product that we had a very long time ago, and I still get requests for this at shows and parties. So this one, you mix the powder with cream cheese, and then they give you the crumb coating to put on top. You could also mix the crumbs inside if you wanted to. This one is going to be great just as is. You can add a tub of Cool Whip to it, put it in a no-bake pie crust, and have an amaretto pie. Drizzle some creamy caramel sauce on it. I think that would be really good. I'm a big fan of making bar cookies, so you could use the almond pound cake as your base. Do this as your frosting.
It's not showing up.
And have like almond bars. You could do this in a trifle with Cool Whip and the almond, amaretto and almond pound cake.
Or you can even do the chocolate pound.
Exactly. You can do it both ways. What else? Fruit dip. You can do it with strawberries.
Chocolate chips in it?
Yeah. Yep. Jillian, what was your picture from?
This was dessert on Saturday night.
Really
There literally are no words to describe it.
Who was asking for seconds? Was that you?
Well, I heard, I was teasing the guy. He goes, well, ma'am, I don't know, but I can check. And I was like, no, that's okay. And as soon as that guy walked away, an older guy came and like sat one down in front of me. I was like, no, I was kidding. I just ate it.
I wanted it.
For the baby.
Yeah, the baby wanted it.
Heavenly doesn't describe
so
it. Sinful
smooth.
doesn't describe it.
Yeah.
Somebody said like body butter, and I'm like,
Sorry, I'm so writing on things.
that doesn't even describe
How
it.
did they
Just,
put it though? I can't even remember, but it was amazing.
It was just like a
We can pass it around.
creamy glob on the plate.
I think
I
that-
remember that on
So
Jillian's
it's just
Facebook
like
page, and
regular,
I'm
they
like,
made it as just the regular cheese ball.
So
I think they no. It was. I think they usually had to
It's a
use like a
cheesecake.
Cool Whip.
They were trying to do like a cheesecake, but it wasn't.
It was so
Ooh,
Yeah.
That would
like.
be really good as cheesecake.
Yeah. With the chocolate crust.
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be really good as cheesecake.
When your mouth is not full. I was going to say Teresa, she just took a bite. So when your mouth is not full, if you would like to, this is the picture of the dessert we had at conference. Brief little recap of moments at conference. You can chew. It's okay.
Swallow.
I'll give you time. We still need to do Teresa and Sarah, so. Whoever's done chewing first, it's a race. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, I'm done.
Jillian.
Okay.
I don't even know where to begin. I guess after Teresa pointed this out, and I didn't even realize it until she pointed it out. But going to both conferences, I've only been a consultant now for a year. August 15th. I've gone to TSOT and Partypalooza now, and it's just amazing. It really just jump-started everything. Tastefully Simple on tour really did. It was beyond amazing.
That's white on white.
The people that you get to meet, I would have to say some of my biggest moments. I already mentioned sitting and having lunch with Kim Pont. I don't even remember how to say her last name, but she's one of the #1 salespeople in the company. And she's from Boston. Loved her accent. It was great. Just getting points from her and hearing, gosh, I'm actually doing those. You know, so getting the reiteration from her made me feel good. I got to meet Jill. I was dying to meet her, and I got to meet her. And I got to meet Travis with marketing, and I got to meet Jane as well. But I mean, just the takeaways, it was just, I can't even describe it. I mean, it's
You
unbelievable.
just have to be there.
You really do. I mean, I was overwhelmed, I think almost too overwhelmed a couple times. But,
That was me sad.
It's physically exhausting.
It is.
I was crippled by Saturday. Couldn't use my hand. Could barely walk. I mean, it's great.
I came back to work I got back to work on Tuesday, and the rest of the week I was exhausted. My boss was like, "What is your problem?" But
It took a good week to recuperate, but
it was worth it. I mean, just the little tips and stuff that you pick up, and I loved on Sunday Teresa, the motivational speaker. She was just
Awesome.
She was awesome. Yeah, I don't know how else to explain it. Anybody that is thinking that they might want to go next year, my team, guess what? I'm working up a little chart that will plan, if you want to go, how much we're going to need to save up so that if we want to carpool. So I'm going to ask somebody, for how much miles per gallon her van gets.
No, you don't want my van.
And
Van now.
and things like that. So if anybody else wants in on that, please shoot me a message and let me know, because if you just save a little bit from each party, I can guarantee
Talk
you.
about that in just a second.
Okay,
I'm going to start
never
the
mind.
next sample. Citrus sugar cookies. Yummy, 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 and more yummy. This was the one that I was telling you we did sample at a meeting quite a while ago. These have great fresh orange, lemon, citrus flavor. They give you the little sugar packet. You can do them as the cookies or as a bar cookie, or you can make them like in
Over
a
here, Kenley, you can have
sheet as a bar cookie as well. I'm not even going to say anymore. I don't need to say anything else.
Kenley,
because
come
they're
here.
all good.
You can have one. Kenley.
I'm going to let Teresa and Sarah talk in just a minute, but since Jillian brought up driving, I'm going to kind of skip ahead
Sorry.
on the agenda. No, that's okay. Last year was the first time that Partypalooza, or what used to be our national conference, was not held in Minnesota. It was held in Columbus, which was ultra fabulous.
Kenley, come here.
This year they have announced that Partypalooza next year, that's fine, there's a whole bunch of them, will be held in Baltimore. And Baltimore is very drivable.
Yeah.
So, let me grab another cookie here.
They are
$5, $6.
These cookies will make fabulous. Not as dry as those on.
lime. They're a little softer.
I'll shoot to me if Minneapolis is drivable.
Yeah.
Baltimore definitely is.
Yeah, really.
They're limiting.
That's a great idea.
Apparently Sarah's still having trouble counting, but we'll forgive her. She's doing an awesome job. So Baltimore is very drivable. We did it last summer to go on our family vacation that my parents took us on a cruise, and it was like a very easy 7-hour drive. There is tons and tons and tons of things to do in Baltimore. If you do choose to fly, it's a very inexpensive flight. You can get there very easily. So conference dates have already been posted. It's a little bit later. It would be like, I think the 16th, 17th weekend, kind of like we just had. We will talk about carpooling for those that want to drive, for those that want to fly. Again, it'll be an easy, quick flight there and back. But I can't encourage enough, and you're going to hear the testimonials from the people that have been to conference before. You really can't describe it other than you don't know what you're going to get until you go. And once you're there, it is overwhelming because they give you so much information in a short period of time, but it's overwhelming in a good way. It is fun, it is exciting, it's motivating, it's inspiring. It's tiring, but you do get to meet a lot of people, like Jackie said, and it is just a great way to build yourself and build your business. So for those that are interested, I do recommend kind of tucking a little bit of money away from each party if you can do that, because then it's not such a big amount all at once. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. So if you want to go ahead and talk while we're getting your next sample, Teresa will share with you guys.
This was my second national conference. I went in 2010, and then I didn't go again for a while. When we were leaving, Tastefully Simple was kind of, and it's happened to me a couple times in my life, where Tastefully Simple has kind of become that one other thing on my plate. I'm a full-time nursing student. I have 2 little kids. My husband's in his 2nd year of law school. Life is just crazy. But I really was going because I needed to be re-energized. I love this product. If I have to ever pay $8.99 for a jar of seasoned salt, I will scream. So I know I'm not going to leave the business ever. But what I got out of it mainly was I've never written a goal down ever. It's terrifying to me to write a goal down, because if I write a goal down, I have to do it. And the goal setting workshop, I think, was the biggest thing that I did. That was the biggest takeaway I got was, okay, what is your ultimate goal? And my ultimate goal, scary but true, is I want Silver Leaf next year for my husband and for me. I'm tired of hearing about my husband talking about my Tastefully Simple hobby, and I want to shut him up with a cruise. So I had just sitting down and having to plan out those steps and have that accountability. And then the other big thing was when Sharon was on stage and she was talking about if you don't ask, you don't get. And I was the same way. It's like people knew what I did, but I never came right out and asked, would you have a party? Or would you be interested in hearing about the business opportunity? And now I've been asking a lot of people, and I'm really surprised how many people are saying, yes, I'd love to have a party. So I guess it was just, I needed that kick in the butt, and I needed Sharon saying, what's your goal? So, that's what I got. And I had fun hanging out with Jillian and Sarah and Jackie.
We had a great old time.
We had a blast.